Hello, this is Dr. Grande. Today's question is, can I analyze the case of the OKBaby breakup? Just a reminder, I'm not diagnosing anybody in this video, only speculating about what could be happening in a situation like this. If you enjoy this video, please like it, subscribe to my channel, and consider supporting me on Patreon. I will put the link to Patreon in the description for this video. First, I'll look at the background in this case, then I'll move to my analysis. Oscar Morales and Kira Syvertson operate a YouTube channel named OKBaby. It's a family channel. Both of them were born in 1996, and they live in Salt Lake City, Utah. The name of their channel comes from the first letter of each of their names and the word baby, presumably because they feature their children in their videos. As I understand it, they have 4 children. The couple uploaded their first video in 2015. At the time I'm making this video, they have over 1.5 million subscribers, and the channel has been viewed over 500 million times. Over the last few years, they have averaged somewhere between 2 and 4 million views a month. Here are a few of their video titles that I think summarize their channel pretty well. Bear Charged Our Car, Using Our Family for Views Q&A, She Said Her First Word, We're Having a Gender Reveal, An Unexpected Surprise Date, and Is This Bad Parenting? Now moving to their controversial announcement. On January 7, 2022, the couple uploaded a video titled, We Broke Up. 2 days later, they uploaded a video titled, Responding to Your Questions About Our Breakup. I will summarize both videos here. Much of this is paraphrased. Starting with the first video, Kira started by pointing out that they haven't uploaded a video in a while. Oscar said he tried to vlog, but he had a lot of sad emotions. They tried to make this video before, but emotions were too raw. Oscar has now accepted the breakup, so here they are recording the video. He tried to save the relationship to no avail. Kira went on to explain how they have always been best friends, but then she became concerned that's all they were. Then we see this disagreement where Oscar said that he saw some behavior that he would not consider full-blown cheating. Kira was intent on establishing that there was no cheating. She appeared to be upset that Oscar introduced that topic. She talked about how if he can introduce that, she can introduce how he wasn't there when she had mental health issues. Does Oscar really want to get into that type of back and forth? Kira then goes on to explain how much they hurt each other. They both made mistakes. She wants Oscar to find someone else and be happy. She doesn't share the same interests as Oscar. For example, he likes excitement seeking, and she does not. It's selfish of her to try to hang on to him. Oscar then asked Kira why she was so mean during the month preceding the breakup. She explained that she had decided to end it, but didn't want to tell him because they had a vacation to Las Vegas and to Disneyland, and she didn't want to mess that up. They talked about how leading up to the breakup, Oscar had been angry. He said he did explode a few times. Sounds like they had some bad arguments. From Kira's perspective, the relationship has had problems for about a year. Oscar was not aware of this. He didn't think they were in bad shape. The couple is in a good place right now. They're still trying to figure things out. No one is dating, and no one is looking for another love interest. They remain best friends. They're still sharing finances. They will keep making videos together. They live in the same house, but they are sleeping in different rooms. During the second video, the couple attempted to clear up a few things. They reiterated this idea that they were in a good place. Kira wanted to make sure that the audience understood the motivation behind Oscar's vasectomy, which I guess was covered in a prior video. It was his choice. She discouraged him from getting it because she wants to have more children. The couple talked about how they are broken up right now, but it's possible that they could get back together in the future. Kira said that she is not looking for a better partner. She's trying to find herself. She's choosing herself. Oscar asked her why they didn't figure this out together, like why she couldn't find herself if they were still romantic partners. Kira said that she could not grow without leaving. Her choice was not based on Oscar's character. He does have some bad traits, but he is amazing overall. She said that she loves Oscar, but is not in love with him. Kira believes that Oscar is happier now that they are broken up. Now moving to my analysis. It's important to note that there is no way to know for certain what's going on in this case. This couple could be acting, for all I know. I will run under the assumption that they are being genuine, but even still, I don't know what these two are actually thinking or feeling. I'm not sure they know exactly what they're thinking or feeling. With that in mind, here are my thoughts about a few items that stood out to me in this case. Item number 1. Presumably, these two were in a committed and stable relationship for some time. They have 4 children together. This is the basis for their financial success. There are many reasons they should stay together. Breaking up under these circumstances requires some type of significant motivation, typically. An affair would be motivating, but Kira denies having an affair or even being interested in finding another partner. Kira gives hints about her motive to break up with Oscar, suggesting that they have different interests, maybe she didn't feel cared for or acknowledged, and of course wanting to find herself. It feels like a full description of the motivation was never adequately provided. It's a bit murky. Oscar appears to be genuinely confused about Kira's motive, and I think his confusion resonated with their audience. Again, it feels like a piece of the puzzle is missing. I get the sense that part of Kira's problem with Oscar is that he didn't realize that she was unhappy. The fact that he didn't know what was wrong and is now confused may be exactly what's bothering her. Item number 2, this couple makes a living producing videos about their family life. Breaking up romantically is quite inconvenient, even if they are going to live in the same house and try to run their business as usual. On the cynical side, there are 2 things that occur to me on this point. 1, Kira may want Oscar to leave, but that would destroy their business. 2, perhaps this was something that was staged to breathe life into their channel. Their channel is all about a young family, pregnancy, childbirth, first words, first steps. It's all about early stages, not middle or late stages of family life. By breaking up, they reintroduce romantic and sexual tension. They can now return to the early stages of a couple trying to figure out if they want to be together. It introduces kind of a mystery into the videos. I don't believe this is what they are actually doing, but again, if one were to be cynical, one could make an argument that this is kind of like the Ross and Rachel story from Friends. They had to stay apart until the end to keep the tension going for the entire series. When they were together, it was boring. When they were apart, no one knew what was going to happen, and it was exciting. Item number 3, Oscar suggested that Kira was engaged in some type of partial affair. I guess he was referring to an emotional affair or something like that. Again, Kira denies this, but if a third party really was involved in this relationship, then this changes everything about how to interpret the behavior. An affair could fully explain the motivation and how Oscar had this sense of being ambushed. It could also explain why Kira was being mean to him before she told him. When someone finds an affair partner, they often suddenly and dramatically devalue their current partner. The other partner is fantastic, and their current partner is the worst thing in the world. People tend to undervalue stability factors and obligations and overvalue the excitement of new relationships. Young people are particularly vulnerable to this tendency. Item number 4 is the vasectomy issue. Based on what they said, Oscar decided to do this even though Kira discouraged him. Instead of OKBaby, he was thinking more about no baby. I wonder if this is not the true motivation for the breakup. Kira was not ready to stop having children, but Oscar was. Looking at this from a cynical point of view, as I mentioned, their channel is about the early stages of family life. Having another child would generate more interest in their videos. Some of their best performing videos were about the time around childbirth. Usually growing a family means adding expenses, but in their case, it means growing revenue. Item number 5, when searching for a logical and coherent explanation for the breakup, it's important to remember that this couple runs a family channel. Perhaps this speaks to their decision-making skills and judgment, like not too much should be expected from them in these areas. I'm not a big fan of these family channels for a number of reasons. One reason is they're not showcasing any type of skill or talent. It's like they're saying, look at us, we know how to reproduce. Like they figured something out that no one else has ever discovered. There was one video that literally featured Oscar changing a light bulb. The look of satisfaction on his face after successfully changing the light bulb was disturbing. Another problem I have with family channels is the involuntary participation of the children in video production. The kids may say that they want to be in the videos. It may appear to be voluntary, but they cannot truly consent. These videos will be around indefinitely. The behavior of the children forever memorialized and available to future employers, future love interests. Really, anybody could watch them. Moving to the last question, is anyone a victim in this breakup? There's no way to answer this question, so I will look at this from both perspectives. I will argue from Oscar's point of view, then from Kira's point of view. Starting with the theory that Oscar was a victim, which appears to be how many people feel about this case. Under this theory, Oscar was just minding his own business, trying to be a good partner, and Kira started being mean to him. She deliberately withheld the fact that she decided to break up with him, which is unkind and disingenuous. Oscar deserved to know that it was over, especially considering there was no element of violence in this case. If there was, that's completely different. When a partner is under the threat of violence, sometimes they have to break up by surprise to protect themselves. Kira was so mean to Oscar that he figured out what was going on. Now he's trapped with somebody who really can't explain why she doesn't love him anymore. In addition, the alleged partial affair leaves Oscar in a position where he can't figure out if he is really to blame or if a third party is involved. Maybe he blames himself, but he should not. Oscar never has an opportunity to make changes or reconcile. He's out in the cold just that quickly. Now looking at this breakup from Kira's point of view, the idea that she is a victim. She is with Oscar for a long time. He's oblivious to her needs. She wants him to care for her, to pay attention to her, to take an interest in topics that she enjoys. When they do try to communicate, Oscar gets angry. He admitted that he exploded on a few occasions. Kira decides that he is simply not the one. The heart wants what it wants. She doesn't hate him, but she doesn't love him. She knows it's time to move on. Now moving to my final thoughts. The breakup situation featured in this case illustrates the complexity of the motivation for terminating a romantic relationship. There are many reasons for couples to stay together, like children, finances, and convenience, but for some people, nothing can compensate for a lack of love. I don't know who is right or wrong in this particular breakup. Maybe neither one of them is right or wrong. But I do know that it's better for a couple to figure out if they are compatible prior to having 4 children. I think it speaks to the value of careful selection and taking things slowly. Even still, that strategy is not always successful. Even if a couple dates for years before starting a family, they are still vulnerable to a breakup. Sometimes poorly timed breakups are inevitable. Those are my thoughts on the OKBaby breakup case. Please put any opinions and thoughts in the comment section. They always generate an interesting dialogue. As always, I hope you found my analysis of this topic to be more intriguing than changing a light bulb. Thanks for watching.